Okay, being that we live in Houston, Texas, we have seen extreme weather. A couple weeks ago, we had to take off time from school so people could prepare for that extreme weather. What extreme weather were we preparing for? Lola? Okay, we were preparing for a hurricane. Okay. I want you to think. When we read our story today in science, we read about a squirrel who was very, very prepared, right? He had a plan for everything. He had his emergency kit. He had, what else did he have? Roxy?
His spray and soap.
Okay, yeah, his spray and soap, that was in his emergency kit. What happened if something bad happened in the tree? What was his plan? What was he going to do? Ashley? Yeah, he was going to find a safe place in that tree, or if something happened in that tree, he was going to have an evacuation plan. An evacuation plan means a way out, okay? So with an evacuation plan, you might need a map, right?
Map?
Okay, so we should have our emergency kit. We're going to have an evacuation plan. Well, how do we prepare our home for a hurricane? What were some of the you guys did? Allie?
My parents, we didn't go out of town because my dad got sick, but we did end up moving everything from the backyard, including one of our big things from like McDonald's, the place that got torn down.
Okay.
Into like this little shelter that we have.
Okay, so she talked about they were going to have an evacuation plan, but that didn't work out. So instead, they had to secure large objects, right? Okay. What else could you do to prepare for a hurricane, Jazz?
Well, we took so that is going right. We took that to a place where it didn't rain over there. But there was a lot of stuff blocked off since the hurricane was coming.
Yeah.
But we still gotta clean it up.
Okay. So what about our windows? What do we do with that? Do you remember what we do with our windows?
I know.
Evenly?
When I did it, I did nothing. But I think we sometimes we just put old paintings like post the things and we into the window.
Okay, yeah, we put boards up in the window, right? And it's not so that we have a better or worse view. We're trying to protect our windows.
It wasn't that bad though.
Yeah, it wasn't because it missed us. But we were prepared nonetheless. So okay, today you are going to make an emergency hurricane plan.
What's a hurricane? I don't know what a hurricane is for the last time.
Well, David, I know you know what a hurricane is because you were the one that explained what a hurricane was yesterday. So a hurricane, just to recap, a hurricane is something that comes through with very strong winds. It has a calm center and very, very strong winds all around the outside. Okay, and it hits coastal areas. So Houston is a coastal area. We border a big body of water. And so we are subject to hurricanes that come up through the Gulf. Or if they miss us, then sometimes we will have the rain that comes, right? So effects from hurricanes are wind and rain. So, and because of rain, we would have floodwaters, right? On your page in your science journal, you are going to write an emergency plan. I want you to include, I've already itemized some of the things you could include in your emergency plan. Hands down, guys. I want you to focus on what I'm saying. Hands down. Okay, so, but what are you going to put in your emergency kit? What things do you want to have in your emergency kit when disaster strikes? What does your evacuation plan look like? Where would you go? Are you going to have a map to get you there? You can draw, you can illustrate that piece. Okay, secure large objects. So take a look, think of what you have in your backyard. Do you have a trampoline in your backyard that needs to be secured? Do you have a lawnmower back there that needs to get put in the garage? Okay, list out all the things you need to secure. Lastly, those other little things. Board up the windows. Go grocery shopping. Get some bottled water. Have a flashlight. Okay, go ahead and start working on your hurricane emergency plan.